Hey, good day. Denise Swick with Remax Performance. Wanted to share with you some more numbers. Sorry I'm a day late on getting these to you. However, weekly I wanted to update everyone about how real estate is still moving. I mean, we are not moving as fast as a solid spring market yet. As of March 20th now, when we were required to shelter in place, there are 673 new listings on the market that have not sold. And total today, earlier, you guys, I was doing an evaluation for an upcoming listing, and there's literally right around 1,800 listings, period, available for sale in the Dayton MLS. That's crazy. And 673 of those have came on the market just since March 20th. So does that tell you like we are just in a really, really hot market, right? Even better, there have been 1,633 houses go under contract since March 20th, and 1,489 have actually closed. So that means, back to one of my previous videos, that there are people that are paralyzed. There are people that are using this for an excuse of inactivity. And then there are those that are going out and getting whatever business is available and building their pipeline. So I wanted to share with you that there are 6 things that you need to know, 6 things that you need to know to be the expert with your buyers and sellers in this market. And number 1 is the local market statistics, which is what we're just talking about. If you have Showing Time has a great article on there about how listings have gone, how they went up and then how they went down. And it was like 40%. We were up over 2019, beginning of March. Then it went down to like 50 to 60% less. And then now it's stabilized. Now it's on its way back up again. So when you give people that kind of information, and the information I just shared with you earlier, that creates confidence in them. So you have to know your local real estate information, right? Number 2 is you have to understand the employment market. So that affects the real estate market. If people don't have jobs, it affects the number of people that can buy. And what's even more important in understanding the employment market is understanding what segments are truly affected and then what numbers are affected in those segments. So if there's like, how is it affecting the $300,000 to $500,000 market? How is it affecting the 500 and above market? How is unemployment affecting the 300 and below market? Like what segments of the market are people buying in? And the showing report or the Showing Time report segments that, as well as you can do that on the MLS for how many homes are selling in those segments. And then you can look at the labor statistics on the internet as to how many people we have unemployed. And currently, and this is a little bit of a depressing fact, but there are 33 million Americans unemployed. And that's kind of sad because that's over 20% of the American population. I believe the number actually was like 20.6%. And during the Great Depression, we had 20% unemployment at the height as well. It was only 15 million Americans then, yet we had so few people in our country that the percentage is still equal to or above what it was at the Great Depression. And in the Great Recession from 2008 to 2014, you guys, the highest unemployment rate was 15.3 million people. So we are in some serious times. I'm not trying to deny that. Yet knowing the positive part about the market, and in any market, buyers are selling or buyers are buying and sellers are selling. That's why you have to know your numbers. Third is going to be the mortgage market. So there have been distinct changes in the mortgage industry during this whole process, and you really have to know what those distinct changes are. One of them I'll share with you is that the lenders out there, although FHA has not increased their minimum credit score from 520, a lot of the lenders out there have, you guys. We've actually had offers on our properties that were accepted FHA or VA, and the buyers had to pivot and go to a different bank because the bank that they were with or the mortgage company that they were with used to allow, a 620 credit score, and now they jumped it up to 660 or 680. So be prepared for that as a real estate agent, and know your buyer and know your lender, and make sure that you get your buyers pre-qualified before anything else. Next is going to be the consumer market. Who's buying right now? Well, in every single market, whether it's double-digit interest rates to the crash of Dayton and then the crash of the country or the Great Depression or whatever, there's always people buying and always people selling. I call those life event buyers. So people are always getting married, they're always getting divorced, they're always having new kids and needing a bigger house. Unfortunately, people are passing away, they're getting older. There's all kinds of reasons for people to move other than just, oh, it's spring and it's pretty outside and let's make the move. So know those numbers, know who those buyers are, and be able to articulate that to your buyers and your sellers, right? So it's wildly important. And then finally, you need to know how the real estate industry has to pivot, right? You need to know how you're going to articulate and explain to your buyers and your sellers how you're going to show properties, how you're going to be able to keep them safe, how you're going to keep people from traipsing into your seller's home that they never really wanted there anyway, but they didn't know that all the buyers coming through the door weren't pre-qualified. You guys do, but they didn't. So sellers are being really particular about that. And oh, by the way, they always should have been. Like, you guys should always be pre-qualifying every buyer that you put in your car or you go to meet. There's multiple reasons, and that's another whole video. But you need to pre-qualify every buyer that goes into every property, and that's what sellers are wanting right now. They don't want to have the risk of the coronavirus coupled especially with a buyer who can't even get a loan, right? I mean, seriously, come on. So those are the important things. Know your market statistics, know your local real estate market, what's happening, know the unemployment market or the employment market, know the mortgage market, who's buying what by when. Jumbo rates are down 37% too, right? It's crazy. Know your consumer market, who's out there buying and selling, and then know how you have to pivot through virtual showings, virtual listing appointments, virtual walkthroughs, virtual open houses, and have examples of that ready. If you don't have or don't know how to do any of that stuff, you guys reach out to me. There's some really simple ways that you can do it without spending a lot of money, and I'm happy to help, truly. So hope you enjoyed this information. Go out and sell some real estate. Be building your pipeline, because when this all opens up, it's all going to open up. Okay, reach out to me if you need me. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.